Hey guys, welcome to the electric guitar tutorial for the song Raise a Hallelujah off the Bethel music record Victory. This song is in the key of C sharp and it's at 82 beats per minute. And for this song I'm going to be using a cloud reverb and a tape delay set to dotted eighth. Those two together sound like this. Now there's three main parts of this song that we're going to go through, and it's the verses, the chorus, and the big verse at the very end of the song. So first we're going to take a look at the verse. And the first guitar part that we're going to go over is this little dotted eighth kind of palm muted part that just ramps on the one. Now that's the skeleton of that kind of part. And when we add reverb and delay, it's going to kind of make it sound a little bit bigger and a little bit more gallopy. And those with reverb and delay sound like this. Now there's another guitar part that's going to be playing along with you in the verse. And we're going to do something and kind of combine the two. So if you're playing this song and you're the only guitar player at church, I'm going to show you how to play both of these parts together. So the other part of this verse kind of does a little stab. And you're going to be playing the root note, the C, and the 3, the E. And without effects, this part just sounds like this. You're just going to hit it once and it's going to go. So now when we combine both of these guitar parts into one guitar part, I'm gonna slow it down and play it really slow and show you how this is gonna work together. Now those two guitar parts combined into one with effects and a little bit of overdrive sounds like this. Now one thing I want to talk about in this guitar part is my picking pattern in the right hand. You'll notice when I'm just droning the single note, I'm using alternate picking. And alternate picking means a downstroke followed by an upstroke, followed by a downstroke, and an upstroke. So we're just going down, up, down, up, down, up in our right hand. Now when we combine the two guitar parts, the little stab hits that we're going to be doing is a down, down. So if we combine the alternate picking of down, up, also with the down, down of the two guitar parts, it's going to end up being a little bit of a complicated picking pattern where we're going down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. So if you watch in my right hand really closely, I'm going to be doing down, down, and then for the rest of that part, I'll be switching back to alternate picking. Again, those two guitar parts with the picking pattern and effects on sounds like this. Now the next part of the song we're going to talk about is the chorus. And so for the chorus, I'm going to move up to my 11th fret, my 13th fret, and my 14th fret. And we're going to play, and these are the notes that I'm going to be playing. So we're going to start with the 11th fret on the G string, to the 14th fret with my pinky on the B string, and the 13th fret with my ring finger on the high E string. Now the next chord we're going to play is we're going to move my ring finger up to the 13th fret on the G string, play the same note with our pinky on the 14th fret of the B, and hit the 11th fret on the high E string. And then to finish out the chorus, we're going to move up and put our index finger on the 13th fret of the G, use our middle finger on the 14th fret of the B, and do a little walk down with the melody. Now the picking pattern of this song is what makes this part pretty interesting, is we're actually never going to hit the downbeat of our first two chords. So if you're going to count in the rhythm of 4/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, our first note is going to be on the and of 1. So really slow, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then our little turnaround end of the phrase is going to hit the downbeat. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now I'm going to throw on the same overdrive, reverb, and delay, and I'm also going to kick on a little boost to kind of put my part out in front of the mix a little bit. And with effects, that part sounds like this. Now the next part of this song is going to be after the bridge when Johnny hits the big verse, I raise a hallelujah. So it's the same chords as the verse chords, but we're going to play a little line that complements with the piano. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the 9th fret with my index finger on the high E string, and I'm going to go down to the 9th fret of the B string. And the way I'm playing that is I'm barring my index finger on the top two strings. Then I'm going to hit my ring finger on the 11th fret of the G string, and then hit my middle finger on the 10th fret. And from there, I'm going to walk that same line with the same notes back up. So that line together sounds like this. And then the very last part of that phrase, we're going to hit the 11th fret of the high E string instead of the 9th fret with our pinky finger. Now again, the part that makes this guitar part a little bit interesting is the rhythm. And it's going to be a little bit of a syncopated rhythm. And I'm going to play it for you without effects so you can really hear the timing of it. Again, I'm going to turn my reverb and delay back on and leave the boost on to make sure that I'm sitting in front of the mix a little bit and it really give that song the lift that it needs. Here's that part with all my effects on. So that's all the electric guitar parts for the song Raise a Hallelujah. It's super fun to play. Let's dive into the song and see how the parts fit in the mix.